We often wander through life chasing fleeting goals, longing for happiness, and yet, something deep inside whispers, there is more. There must be more. Have you felt it too? That subtle, persistent nudge, the yearning to connect with a part of yourself untouched by the chaos of daily life.
It's this whisper, this ancient call, that begins our journey today. Imagine for a moment that your mind and spirit are like an unlit lantern. The potential for light is there, but without the spark of wisdom, it remains dormant. The question then is, how do we ignite that flame?
Let's start with the most fundamental truth. Before we can illuminate our spirit, we must first confront the shadows within. You might be asking, why focus on the dark when we seek light? The answer is simple. Darkness isn't the absence of light, it's the invitation for light to exist. Without understanding our fears, doubts, and limitations, we cannot transcend them.
Close your eyes for a moment and ask yourself, what holds me back from being completely at peace with who I am? Is it fear? Is it regret? Or perhaps a deep unspoken pain? These questions are not meant to be answered quickly. Sit with them. Let them unfold like a lotus rising through murky waters.
As we delve deeper, we must realize that wisdom isn't an external force. It is the radiance that already resides within. Our task is not to acquire it, but to uncover it. And this uncovering begins with mindfulness. You've heard it before, be present. But what does that really mean?
It means engaging with life not as a series of distractions, but as a sacred dance of moments. When you eat, truly taste the food. When you listen to a friend, hear the unspoken words behind their voice. When you breathe, feel the rhythm of life flowing through you.
The glow of wisdom is often hidden under layers of noise, both external and internal. To quiet this noise, I ask you to try something radical. For the next 24 hours, eliminate all distractions. Turn off your phone, avoid unnecessary conversations, and sit with yourself. What do you feel in the silence? Is it discomfort? If so, lean into it. Discomfort is the doorway to transformation.
At this point, you might wonder, is wisdom merely the absence of ignorance, or is it something greater? Let me share a paradox. Wisdom is not just knowing, it's the deep realization that we know so little. The more we learn, the more we understand how vast and mysterious existence truly is. But instead of being disheartened, we become curious. And curiosity is the spark that lights the lantern of the soul.
Now I want to share a story. There was once a monk who carried an empty bowl wherever he went. People asked him, "Why do you carry this empty bowl?" He replied, "It reminds me that I am here to be filled, not with food but with life. What are you filling your bowl with? Is it wisdom, love, and connection, or is it fear, resentment, and endless striving?" Take a moment to reflect. What do you want your bowl to hold?
As this part of the journey concludes, let's set an intention. Place your hand over your heart and repeat silently, "I am ready to illuminate the depths of my being. I am ready to awaken." Hold that intention as we transition to the next phase of our exploration, a deeper dive into the challenges and revelations that come with enlightenment.
Transformation is not a gentle process. It is fire and water, heat and storm, a dismantling of the old to make way for the new. As we dive deeper, we must confront an essential truth. Enlightenment does not come without effort, and wisdom cannot bloom without discomfort.
Let us begin with a question that demands honesty. What is your greatest fear? Not the fear of spiders, heights, or failure, but the fear that lives deep within your soul, the one that whispers when all else is silent. Sit with that fear. Hold it in your mind like a fragile bird. It will resist, it may even scream. But remember, fear thrives in avoidance. When we face it directly, its power diminishes.
Now consider this. Challenges in life are not punishments. They are invitations. Each challenge is a doorway, and on the other side is a lesson waiting to be learned. You may ask, why must I struggle to grow? The answer lies in nature. A seed cannot bloom without breaking through the soil. The caterpillar must endure the darkness of the cocoon before it emerges as a butterfly. What if your challenges are your cocoon? What if they are shaping you into something greater? Think of a moment in your life when you faced immense difficulty. At that time, it may have felt unbearable, yet here you are. You survived. What did that experience teach you? Strength, resilience, compassion? Wisdom often hides within our struggles, waiting for us to uncover it. The key is to shift our perspective, to stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what can I learn from this?
I want to challenge you. For the next week, whenever you encounter difficulty, whether it's a frustrating person, a setback at work, or even your own negative thoughts, Pause, take a deep breath and ask yourself, what is this moment teaching me? The answer may not come immediately, but it will come. And with each challenge, you will grow stronger, wiser, more illuminated.
At this point, you might wonder, does wisdom mean accepting everything as it is? Yes and no. Acceptance does not mean complacency. It is the art of embracing reality while still striving to improve it. Imagine you are holding a stone in your hand. You can either complain about its weight or marvel at its texture. Both are true, but one perspective opens your heart while the other closes it. This brings us to the power of surrender. Surrender is not giving up, it is letting go of the illusion of control. So much of our suffering comes from resisting what is. We cling to outcomes, demand certainty, and fight against the flow of life. But wisdom whispers, let go. When you surrender, you make space for the universe to work through you. It's like releasing a tightly gripped rope. You suddenly feel light, free, open.
Let me share a practice with you. The next time you feel overwhelmed, close your eyes and visualize a river. Imagine placing your worries, fears, and desires into the river and watch them drift away. As you let go, repeat silently, I trust the flow of life. I surrender to its wisdom. How does that feel? Does it bring relief or resistance? Either way, notice the sensation without judgment.
Transformation also requires us to cultivate gratitude. It's easy to be grateful when life is kind, but true gratitude arises when we can thank even the storm. Take a moment now to reflect. What is one difficult experience in your life for which you are grateful? It might be hard to find an answer, but when you do, you'll notice something remarkable. Gratitude transforms pain into power. It turns wounds into wisdom. As we approach the end of this part, I want to leave you with a profound question. If your soul could speak, what would it say to you right now? Would it encourage you to keep going? Would it remind you of your strength? Or would it simply whisper, you are enough? Whatever the answer, hold it close. Let us carry this energy forward as we prepare to explore the final part of our journey, the ultimate integration of wisdom and spirit. We have journeyed through the awakening, faced the fire of transformation, and now we arrive at the most profound stage, living in harmony with the inner light we have uncovered. This is not merely about existing, it is about embodying wisdom, carrying it into every corner of our lives, and letting it illuminate the world around us.
To live in harmony with your inner light, you must first understand that wisdom is not static. It is a living, breathing presence within you. Like a flame, it must be nurtured and protected, yet it must also be shared. The more you share your light, the brighter it grows, so ask yourself, how can I bring wisdom into my everyday actions?
Start small. Let your words be kind, your thoughts be clear, and your actions be intentional. When you wake up each morning, set an intention. Today, I will act from a place of love and wisdom. It sounds simple, but it is profound. By aligning your daily actions with your inner light, you create a ripple effect that touches everyone you encounter.
Living in harmony also means embracing balance. Life is a dance between opposites, light and shadow, joy and sorrow, action and stillness. Wisdom lies in navigating this dance with grace. When life feels overwhelming, ask yourself, am I out of balance? Perhaps you are giving too much without receiving or striving too hard without resting. Remember, even the sun takes a pause each night and the ocean ebbs as much as it flows. You too are part of this natural rhythm.
One of the greatest challenges in living wisely is staying present. The mind loves to wander, reliving the past, worrying about the future. But your light can only shine in the now. Imagine your thoughts as clouds passing through the sky of your mind. Watch them come and go without clinging to any of them. This practice, simple as it may seem, is the essence of mindfulness. And mindfulness is the foundation of wisdom.
As we continue, let's address a vital truth. Your light is unique, no two flames are the same, and your wisdom will not look like anyone else's. This is not a flaw, it is your greatest gift. So I ask you, what makes your light distinct? Is it your compassion, your creativity, your courage? Reflect on this and let it guide you. The world does not need another copy of someone else's light, it needs yours.
Now, let us turn to the concept of service. True wisdom cannot exist in isolation. It must flow outward, enriching the lives of others. This doesn't mean you need to become a saint or a martyr. Service can be as simple as a smile, a kind word, or a moment of genuine presence. But here's the secret. When you serve others, you also nourish your own light. The act of giving is inherently transformative.
Living with wisdom also requires humility. There will be times when you falter, when your light dims, or when you make mistakes. This is not failure, it is growth. Wisdom is not about being perfect, it is about being real. When you stumble, ask yourself, what is this teaching me, and then forgive yourself. Remember, even the brightest stars occasionally flicker.
Let's end with a practice, a way to carry your light forward into the world. Each evening, take a moment to sit quietly. Reflect on your day. Ask yourself, did I act from a place of wisdom today? If not, how can I do better tomorrow? This simple ritual, done consistently, will keep your light strong and your path clear.
As we conclude this journey, I leave you with a final question. What will you do with the light you have uncovered? Will you let it guide you? Will you let it heal you? Will you let it inspire others? The choice is yours, but remember this. Your light is not just for you. It is a gift to the world. Thank you for walking this path with me. Now take your wisdom and let it shine. The world awaits your glow.